Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, it's Josh, and we have another StarCraft 2 beta commentary for you guys from PokerDiscounts.com. Please go visit them whenever you have a chance. If you're going to be playing any online poker, they're of course the best service to use to save some money in the long run through rakeback discounts and sign-up bonuses and the like, and they're just wonderful for sponsoring me. And here we have another game from Masq. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting games from Masq after seeing him topple some really good players recently all over YouTube. He's kind of the new sensation. I don't think he'll ever replace the little one in people's minds as that favorite player, but he is gaining quite a following. So Masq here up on the top of Metalopolis, and over on the left side of Metalopolis, Rigid, the Zerg player. And I don't know much about Rigid, I'm sorry. I found this game on a replay website and skimmed through it, and there is a lot of back and forth action, so pretty good game to select to cast for everybody. So we'll be seeing what Masq has up his sleeve for a Zerg opponent. The last Zerg that most of you've seen him play probably was Idra or Idra, or however you want to say it. I think I like Idra better, but he did very well against Idra. And this guy Rigid, I think this is just a ladder game. Like I said, it was just posted somewhere. It's not from any tournament results or anything, so we'll just have to see what happens against this unknown Rigid. Maybe after this game, Rigid will have some crazy fans. Who knows? We'll have to see. And Masq building his first barracks, Vespene Geyser, and Supply Depot all at the same time, instead of going for that Supply Depot first and getting some more SCVs on the field. So he is going to get that orbital command the moment his barracks finishes. Always good to see. Rigid, over on the other hand, looks like he's just going to hang out with his Overlord here and not even try to send it over to Masq's base. He doesn't want to risk losing it, not losing it. Spawning pool goes down around 15. That's kind of late even for actually 16. So he got that gas up and running very early, and then the spawning pool. That's a little surprising. So maybe Rigid is not a great player. Who knows? I don't want to doubt him before we start playing though. So Masq getting some Reapers on the field quickly. It looks like he did go for that tech lab immediately into building some Reapers, or at least one Reaper for the time being. Not sure what he's going to be doing next. Looks like he is going to be adding on another barracks now, so that gas could be used for a second Reaper. Normally he would go save some gas up for a factory if he was going to be doing that transition. But first Reaper on the field, hopping down that cliff, scooting along through the trees, up the cliff, all the way over to Rigid's base. What does Rigid have to defend? It looks like he has two Zerglings trying to drop that natural expansion hatchery right now as the SCV does spot it. So Masq gonna have to be careful with his targeting. When you have an early unit advantage like this, you have to be very careful with what you choose to attack with it, as time is very valuable, as you do have that advantage for a very limited time. It looks like he is going to send his SCV over here to build a bunker, but Rigid is going to be able to see that easily with that Overlord in place. If it were just the hatchery, this bunker would be outside of the vision range, but Rigid responding as quickly as he can with this one queen. He doesn't have any Zerglings left. He's training 6 more right now. Here they're starting to pop out. He does manage to take out that SCV before the bunker's finished. Good for him. Masq sitting here with a Reaper. Looks like he still only has those 2 Zergling kills that we saw a moment ago toward the middle, and he does have a second Reaper out on the field now, so doubling his ranks. It looks like Rigid does not have any creep here, so the queen going to be very slow to respond to any sort of attack. Oh, it looks like he does have a second queen up, so that's good for him. He is going to be able to defend quite a bit easier with that second queen, and Rigid would do well to stay on the creep here, as they do have that slight speed advantage on the creep. Masq does not have the increased speed yet for these Reapers. Actually, he does have the increased speed. Wow. So Masq investing heavily in these Reapers. Usually you don't see that as you see a transition into other things. And it looks like he is finally building his factory now. Looks like he is going to continue cranking out Reapers. He's already got 4 on the field. Masq really wanting to do as much damage as he can with these Reapers, though so far it really has not been too effective. Only a couple of Zergling kills, not even a drone kill for Masq yet. And Zergling speed is finished for Rigid, and he starts moving into this lair tech. Now the Reapers can start doing some damage, as there are enough Zerglings there to actually kill. Is he going to be able to have all 4 of these Reapers survive and kill all these Lings? Wow, good control from Masq. Able to not lose a single Reaper and able to kill off all those Speedlings at the same time. There go 2 more 2 Reapers fall down, though, as some more Speedlings hit the field, and it looks like this natural expansion is done for Rigid. He's going to crank out more Zerglings, though, instead of taking time to drone up. He does not want these Reapers to keep harassing him for too much longer. Another Reaper hits the field for Masq, and another being trained. 2 more being trained, so Masq very highly valuing Reapers in this Metalopolis game so far. It looks like a bunch of Speedlings are heading over to Masq's expansion area, though he's not going to find anything for the time being because his command center is still being built. There are no units here for Masq to defend against some harassment by these Speedlings. Finally, a Reaper does come into play. All he has to do is sit back and nail Zerglings if he does try to take down the supply depots. So Rigid not able to do anything with his Lings right now except for keep Masq at home as long as possible. He is buying himself some time. Masq building 2 Starports now, so maybe going to be seeing some Banshees. Always a pain in the neck for Zerg players to try and deal with Banshees, especially cloaked Banshees, if they do not have Overseers already in place. Looks like a Spire is going up for Rigid. He is going to transition from all these Speedlings into a Spire, get some Mutalisks and maybe some Corruptors if he does see those Starports and feels threatened by them. Looks like 6 Reapers now coming in for Masq. Going to try and snipe this Queen, but the Speedlings are too fast. Going to come in here and actually destroy basically everything that Masq brought along. Only 1 Reaper living to tell the tale. Actually, probably not. Nope. So Rigid doing very good job, not losing any units. Masq actually dropping 6 Reapers there almost needlessly. So that basically cleared out all of Masq's supply. Right now only has workers and 2 Marines on the field. So Rigid taking this time to pull ahead a little bit in his tech. His Spire is finished. Is he going to crank out any Mutalisks? Looks like just an Overlord right now. Masq is getting some Banshees. Oh, Rigid doing a good job sitting underneath where that command center would be able to land. So Masq going to be a bit behind on the economy for a while still until he can move these couple of Marines or Banshee out and take out these Zerglings being so annoying sitting underneath that command center. Masq actually does send it on home because he can't do anything with it right now. He could expand over actually here on the right spawning point of Metalopolis, but now that Rigid knows there's a command center in place somewhere, he's probably going to do a good job to keep scouting if he does not drop it at the natural. So, what else do we got here? Banshee's still coming out. Looks like they take absolutely forever to build at this rate. 1 Banshee is done. Second one nearly completed. So, good move by Masq, not moving out with just 1 Banshee and giving it away too early, as a couple of Queens can take out a Banshee, especially if there's no cloak. Is there cloak? It's not quite done yet. Where is it being researched? I want to see. Oh, it's only about half done, so maybe he'll keep making Banshees until cloak is finished. I don't know. Right now it looks like he's building turrets all over the place. He must have got a scan on that Spire, and yes, he did see it. So preparing his main mineral line, he does not want to lose the only working economy that he has right now to any kind of Mutalisk harass. It looks like a Roach Warren now going down. Oh, and the first batch of Mutas is up for Rigid. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. It kind of is unfortunate for him that all these turrets are already in play. Otherwise, he'd be able to kill these Banshees before they're able to cloak. So good play by Masq, staying defensive, not risking too much here. And the Muta is finally coming into range here of this mineral line. He sees 1 turret and decides, alright, screw it. He's too prepared. I've wasted minerals and gas. One thing he can do with these Mutas, though, is keep skirting the outside. It looks like there is a little bit of a blind spot between turrets here. Or actually, Masq doing good to prepare even further and get another one up. So more Banshees coming out now. There's already 3 on the field. A 4th one nearly completed. Is Cloak finished yet? It is. So these Banshees just saving up energy so they can do whatever they like when the time comes. Oh, these Mutas come in and do snipe the SCV building that turret, taking advantage of that blind spot, but there are enough Marines on the field now to repel those Mutalisks. Not going to be able to do anything with those. Rigid still has a bunch of Speedlings here, not able to keep harassing because there are Hellions and Marines able to defend those supply depots at the front. Masq still, unfortunately, has not been able to expand with this command center, so Rigid the entire game mining off of 2 bases, getting that tech up. He does have an Overseer after seeing those Banshees. He has 2 Overseers, so Rigid also doing a very good job of preparing. It looks like he is building a Baneling nest now as well. These 4 Banshees of Masq move in, but the Overseer's already chilling, prepared, chasing them down. These Mutalisks able to get some free shots on them. He is able to take out 1, 2, maybe even more. The Overseer is the limiting factor here. It does not have the speed to keep up with these Banshees. Masq splitting them apart so that if he does locate them, at least he won't be able to kill both